Well, back by popular demand, we're here for our game against Brisbane Roar tonight. Obviously a lot was spoken about the last time we met Brisbane over there. We're looking back at it now, it probably still hurts as much now as it did then. We got a little bit of a tidy up there, so hopefully, and from our perspective, we certainly know we'll put a better account for ourselves here tonight. So have a look at their team. We obviously welcome Theo back, who's won a couple of championships here with us, and he's always nice to see him back and welcome him, hopefully with a couple of goals tonight. But if we go through their back four, where they've got some selection dilemmas is the fact that Smith and Franich have both come back and missed the last couple of games, but come back from international duty. The last time they were both available and everyone was available, Franich played as a centre-back here and Smith was across here. Obviously in the last couple of weeks they've had different personnel with German playing in there. So this week, do they stick with that formation where it's Franich and Smith and leave the fullbacks as they have been, ever-present Stefanuto and Hingert, or does German start and Franich goes back to his right-back position? Only time will tell, but an educated guess probably says that it's Hingert, Smith, Franich, Smith and Stefanuto. Funny enough as well, looking at their back four is probably one of their avenues where they like to get a lot of attack out of their team. The fact that they have Pardlew, and he's been ever present for him, I think, for the last 2.5 seasons, so no doubt that he'll start in his customary position there as number 6, the holding midfielder. But the fact that he's in there and he does a lot of work in these areas, helping his defenders out, because the fact is that which allows both Hingert, or whoever the fullback is on the right hand side, and Stefanuto to attack at will. So certainly an avenue for them, albeit they're defenders, but it certainly is an avenue for them to get forward and attack. Moving forward past that now, again, this week do they stick with Enrique on the left hand side, or in the last few weeks Nichols has come on and done a decent job for him, and is probably a very technically gifted player in their team and someone that can unlock teams. So more than likely he'll start tonight and replace Enrique, and inside that will be Bruce, Madoka. Madoka's a bit of a milestone. I think it's his 150th game tonight, so hopefully we send him home with a sour note in his 150th game. Bruce, probably one player in their team who has got licence and freedom to roam the park, and this season compared to last season, he has ended up all over the park. Really hasn't been maybe as disciplined in his role. His role these days is a little bit freer to wander around wherever he wants, and certainly from our perspective, once he starts doing that, hopefully we can fill the areas that he leaves and capitalise on that space. And Halloran on the right hand side is the one player, and it's an obvious fact that he's the one with all the pace in their team, so they do try and penetrate down that side. For us, luckily for us this week, Adama Traore has trained and trained well, so it's someone where Adama will slide into that position for us, and no doubt Adama will have be more than the match for Halloran tonight. In this area as well, Berisha, he's one that again he's disciplined in his role. He's changed from last season. He's got a lot more freedom to drop in underneath the ball. He always tends to try and play on the second centre back, which is again just an obvious observation, because he has done that for the last year or so. So he's someone that we're really going to have to be mindful of when they do come forward, especially when Halloran does penetrate, because there are going to be times where Halloran does penetrate and get forward, and it's what we do in picking him up when the balls do come into the box. So all in all, albeit it's a Brisbane team that's lost 6 games in the first 10. I think they'd lost, in the last 2 seasons when they were championship winning side, they'd probably lost, 8 games over the whole 2 seasons. So the fact that they're, in a position that it's a little bit unfamiliar to them, hopefully with that, the way we start the game tonight, we'll put them on the back foot a little bit. We want to dominate the ball, want to dominate possession, and albeit, like I said, we were touched up when we went across to Brisbane for no reason other than, they certainly outplayed us and we didn't turn up. I can certainly say that tonight that'll be a different story. The way we've trained this week, our results, albeit last week we got beat 4-2, but our performances and our structure is maintained right throughout, and hopefully that will serve us tonight in good stead and bring the 3 points home.